very nicely in my second home, and it's just pretty cool to be back.
And you just landed and you were here training. Aren't you tired?
No, well, it's I got some rest on the plane. It wasn't such a heavy session, so I could do it. But I'm back on track, ready for whatever I'm needed.
It's been a huge success for you in the World Cup. Honestly, was this ever in your dreams?
For us, it was. I mean, maybe for other people from the outside, maybe it's a surprise. But I mean, we worked really hard during the whole process, and I think it's shown in the results. We gave it all in every match, and we went from the cup in a really dignifying way.
And what about the celebrations back in Costa Rica?
Madness, crazy. It's been. I've never ever get a chance to experience something like that in my life. The whole country is going maniac. It's come back together, you know, and it's just very nice to be a part of that.
And what about now in AIK? Are you staying?
Well, I mean, I have a contract, and but about the future, we don't know. We'll see what happens. Mm-hmm.
So, last, say, 48 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
How's it been?
It's been, you know, time to realize what we've done. I think when we were in Brazil, we didn't quite, you know, realize what we achieved, and then we got back home, and then we saw, and it's just epic. I mean, the whole country is going crazy. They're treating us really nicely, and it's just a different experience.
We always talk here in Sweden about '94 and the World Cup and the bronze medal.
Yeah.
You had your 1990. Now you have this. How big is it to sort of, well, at least get out of the shadow of that generation?
Yeah, it feels the videos were growing old a bit. So we wanted to. Our motto in the team was that we wanted to make new memories for the people. You know. Kids that haven't seen the national team, you know, achieve anything, and so that was a big motivation tool for us. And the fact to overcome that is just, you know, it's just a successful World Cup, and hopefully it has an impact on everything.
When did you realize this was real? This is actually happening.
Well, I mean, when you win the game and everything, you're in the emotion that you won a game, and okay, you did something historic, but you don't. You have training next day, so you don't realize about what's happening. And then you get back home and you see almost, you know, 500,000 people in the streets and everybody cheering for the national team, and it's just a great sense of loyalty to the national team, and that's everybody's identified with it, and it's just pretty cool.
So, are you mentally here right now, or how is it?
Yeah. Well, it's been a week since that, so yeah, of course. I mean, it's a different situation now, and it's hard. It's hard because you know of what happened, but yeah, it is how it is, and it's another challenge.
Yeah. So, can you describe the feeling in Costa Rica more? Are they proud of you, or?
They're extremely proud. Yeah, they're extremely proud, and they are happy to see a national team that play their hearts out. That you know, could cast away, like you said, the shadow of 1990, and there's a lot of joy in the streets. I think the country also deserved that.
Are you going to play tomorrow?
That's up to the coach to decide.
But are you ready?
That's up to the coach to decide. I feel I'm here training, so we'll see how it goes.
How was it to meet all the old teammates here?
Nice. I mean, we've been talking the whole World Cup. We had I had a lot of support from them, so it's pretty cool to see them again. A lot of stories to share, and it's just nice to be here.
What did they say to you?
No, that they were watching the matches, and they were feeling very proud of it. Some of the guys were wearing Costa Rican shirts and everything, so it's just nice what they did, and I really appreciate it.
So what about the hundreds of AIK fans who was here today to? Yeah.
No, fantastic, and also the people that went to the Bistro match to watch the matches there, the people that were at the stadium in Brazil, they have been truly special. I mean, and people back home have really connected with AIK. So it has become a connection between AIK and Costa Rica that seems pretty friendly and pretty nice to be part of. Mhm.
What about your own World Cup? What do you say?
It's pretty satisfying. I mean, to be able to play, almost man to man, you can say, against the biggest names in football now, it's just pretty satisfying that you can perform next to them, and just the team achievements have imposed that individual performance. So therefore, it's just nice.
There has been some talk here in Sweden about the importance for Allsvenskan in regards to what you have done here. What do you say? Because there is some debate of whether or not Allsvenskan players should play in the Swedish national team.
Depends on preparation. I mean, you can play in whatever league it is if you prepare yourself well. Then it's all up to you. There's level good enough in the games to have a good tempo. But then it's all about your own mindset. If you wish just to work just enough, then okay, maybe not. But there's a lot of players in Allsvenskan that I'm pretty sure they do their extra things, and so it's all about yourself.
You were the player who ran the most up until the quarterfinals. What do you say about that?
Yeah, part of that preparation was that we had some tests back home in December, and we realized what we can improve, and so that has a lot to do with strength development and conditioning, and so I worked on that during 6-7 months, and so I peaked pretty well there, and I was a lot in both boxes, attacking and defending, so and I felt fresh, so it was pretty cool.
The only thing missing was a goal, huh?
Yeah, but I'd rather not score on my team making history than any other thing, and scored on the penalties. That was okay.
Yeah. Were you nervous going up?
Yes, of course. I was nervous, but that kept me, aware. That kept me focused, and I wasn't. I'm not made out of stone. I have a lot of feelings going through, but we practiced a lot, and then when the game came, it wasn't nothing strange, you can say.
After the Holland game, could you describe your feelings? Was it disappointment, or did you just realize you've gone this far and it's a good World Cup anyway?
Yeah, but we wanted to go even further, and when you're so close to it, I mean, going off in penalties is just a pity. Our keeper also was fantastic, and so we were feeling pretty confident, but their keeper did their job. So it was. It's disappointment in one way because we wanted to go through, but also the fact that the things that we achieved are pretty big.
What did Tim Krul say to you before the penalty?
He said I saw you against. He said I saw you against Greece. I know where you're shooting at, and then I was like, all right, and so it was time to come up there, and I had to change it, of course. This is what he said, and it went out all good.
So what do you know about your future in AIK right now?
What I know is that there's a game tomorrow, and that I have a contract for 1 year more, and that we'll see what will happen in the summer. But from now on, I'm an AIK player.
Do you know anything about interest from other clubs, or?
That would be a question for Patrick, Merck, or Bjorn Westrom. Mm-hmm.
There was a sense of goodbye after the Elfsborg game. Did you think that you would come back?
But it's goodbye for the World Cup. I mean, it's just pretty special from the fans to have that, and it just felt like an AIK player went to the biggest event in football. So yeah, it was all about that.
But you've spoken about how you feel ready to take the next step. You have performed now on the biggest stage in the world. Do you feel even more ready now? Or?
Yeah, well, you feel you can. I mean, that gives you a sense of confidence for the future, of course. But we'll see how everything develops. Still, my mind is here in AIK, and of course, a player has ambitions. But for that to be, every part of of you know, the club, the player. Everybody has to agree on everything. So so we'll see what happens.
But how is it for you? I guess a lot of thoughts on World Cup, the future, AIK. How is it for you right now? With your thoughts in?
Not normal. I mean, just I can't debate on things that are not happening. So it's just my duty is to train and to play well here. That's it.
What about Sunday's final in the World Cup? Who will win?
Who will win? It's just football wins. I hope it's a good match. And Jesus, I don't know. It's a hard one to decide, actually.
Do you have a favorite?
My favorite team was Costa Rica, and then we're out. So then I don't have any favorites.